All right, y'all. So we're talking body game, bro. It's gonna be story time about matching your look, man. Like a lot of you guys don't realize, but you gotta match your look, bro. You've got to match your look. You gotta match your look. Like you can't have all this muscle and look a certain way. You know, have a beard, have a jawline, have this like aggressive look, and then be one of the, softest people out there, shit like that. Like you gotta match your look, man. And not only like your first impression with a chick, but also when you guys are texting and shit, getting to know each other. I'll give you an example. Like just the other day, I'm texting some chick. Like here's the thing, body game will teach you that you're not for everybody, and everybody's not for you. Like body game is gonna teach you that. Cool. But I was texting some chick the other day, and she was like, oh, what's your favorite anime? We talk about anime and shit, and she seemed to know anime. And she's like, well, that doesn't really match you. Like you're this masculine dude, and you're like watching anime. And I'm like, yeah, that's normal. Nothing wrong with that. So she wasn't really feeling me. That shit didn't end well. But that just goes to show everything's not, everyone's not for you. That's what, rejection is all about. Like to me, I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm scared of rejection. To me, rejection is good because it's like, it's truth. It's like you find someone that doesn't match with you, but if you never talk to them, you'll never know whether you guys vibe or not. That's number one. Another scenario was I had a lot of situations when I first got in the game, when I first like built up a physique, because you got to remember, when I first bulked, I was like 215. My bad. I was like 215, like solid, you feel me? I'm always lifting weights. I'm always, working out. And I got tats. I got a little bit of tats. So first time a chick sees me, that's all she sees. She's like, okay, this dude's tatted. This dude has muscle. Like, oh my God, he's going to be so aggressive. He's going to be so masculine on his purpose. Me, I didn't know about any of this game yet. There was no YouTube videos. There was no Red Pill YouTube videos. There was none of this stuff, right? So for me, I didn't have access to any of that stuff. So I was just like, I was a simp still, right? So I looked the part, but I was a simp. So chicks would be like, oh my God, like they would hit me up. They'd be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And we start talking a little bit. And like, okay, he's masculine. And then, we link one time. And me, I was a clingy motherfucker. So like we link one time and all of a sudden I'm hitting them up every day. And I'm asking them, good morning, beautiful, how you doing? And they're like, this doesn't match his look. And then I'm double texting, triple texting. And they're like, isn't he busy? Doesn't he have a life? I was busy, but I didn't realize like that you had to, not look too clingy, not be too desperate. So I would like prioritize the chick. So I had a lot going on, right? And this goes to show when you guys say you don't have time for the gym, you guys are capping. Because I had time for the gym, I had time for work. And I had time to text like 10 chicks at once and be like a simp for all of them. Like treat them like a quote unquote princess. And I learned the hard way this way. But anyways, so I'm texting this chick, triple texting this chick. And then I'm like, when I'm going to see you again, oh my God, this is that. And we're already linked or whatever, we smashed or whatever. And she's just like, yo, this nigga's super clingy. What the fuck? So she's just like, I don't know. Aren't you busy or something? And I was like, yeah, but I could always make time for you. Corny ass shit like that, right? So then I linked with her one more time. She came to the crib or whatever. Shit like that. And then, this was a shit test that I absolutely failed. I told you guys the story on live. This was a shit test that I absolutely failed. And this was years and years and years ago, before there was any Red Pill content. Years and years and years ago, right? Only time I ever did this. Never. This is how I learned. Anyways, she was like, yeah, I'm going to be short on rent. My part of rent is this much. Because, yeah, roommates and shit. She was like, my part of rent is this much. So if you could just, like, give me, like, 200 or something like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, 200 is nothing. I could give her 200. So I gave her 200, right? And after that, since I failed that shit test, that, like, whole situationship just, like, dismantled after that. It just went downhill from that. It was like we kind of stopped talking. And she definitely lost attraction because I was double texting, triple texting. I was acting clingy, desperate. And, I paid her a portion of her rent or whatever, right? So after that, that shit went in shambles because I looked like this whole different dude. And in reality, I'm a simp. So it didn't align. You got to match your look, guys. You absolutely have to match your look. Another scenario is, I have a lot of scenarios for this. But another scenario is, I'm talking to some chick and she just got out of a long relationship. I think it was like a 9-year relationship she just got out of. So she was trying to test the waters and she was looking for, she saw me on the Explore page. So she was looking for some swole, tatted type dude, who was like a quote unquote bad boy vibe or whatever. And this scenario taught me the most. This whole situation taught me the most, and it taught me how important it is to match the look. And if you look like a quote unquote douchebag, then you know you got to play that part. Like if you look like a man on their purpose that prioritizes fitness, then you need to be a man on your purpose prioritizing fitness. You can't look like that and be a simp who doesn't prioritize fitness and prioritize whoever he's talking to, right? So anyways, in this situation, I remember, you know, I was talking to her, she was talking about how she just got out of a relationship and stuff like that, and she just wanted to kind of have fun or whatever. And you know, me, I'm not picking up the signal. I'm telling her, like, I'm like, wait, should I tell her what she wants to hear? So I was like, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship, goofy shit like that, right? So yeah, that first date didn't go well because of that. In her head, she was expecting to kind of, you know, smash that first date or whatever. But in my head, I was like, wow, I don't want to seem like a douchebag. And then me and my brother, you know, shout out to my brother, by the way, for this, because, you know, we went on a date with her and her sister. And her sister wasn't as attractive as her, but my brother, you know, bit the bullet, right? So me and my brother went on a date, her and her sister. And then like halfway through the date, her sister had to go somewhere. So then it was just me, her, my brother. My brother's cool as hell, so it was pretty smooth, right? But I was getting kind of drunk and I was being kind of clingy. My brother pulls me to the side. He's like, hey man, like she's already attracted to you or whatever, but you're acting a little bit too needy right now and too desperate, bro. Just like chill out for a little bit. And I did notice I was acting kind of, you know, desperate. The scenario was acting kind of like I was, because we were out and I was trying to be like, you know, this is my girl type shit. My brother was like, you need to chill, relax, lay back a little bit, bro. Like you're acting too needy. And I was like, I am acting too needy. I'm not looking the part, because you got to remember, I'm that nigga. Like I look like that nigga. I'm the freshest nigga out. I'm the swollest dude out there, and I'm acting needy over this one chick. Not cool. So I kind of like, you know, fall back a little bit. I was talking to some other chicks here and there, you know, we're out and about. I was just chilling. And then she came to me and she'd be like, hey, blah, 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 you know, that type shit. And then I get back to the crib. You know, me and my brother go back to my crib and she comes over too. And, you know, during the date, she was telling me how she hates douchebag and her exes were like douchebags and shit like that, right? So then, you know, I just go to my room and I'm like, you know what, I give up on this shit. This shit's over, bro. You know, I'm definitely not smashing, bro. I'm cooked. I acted too desperate, whatever, man. So she starts, you know, she's in the kitchen talking to my brother or whatever, and I'm just chilling in my room, you know what I mean? Because my brother's making like eggs when we came back from the club and shit like that. But anyways, like I'm just chilling in my room and I'm like, oh, I messed this up. So I get pissed, you know, and good things always happen when I get pissed. I'm just getting pissed. I'm like, damn, bro, I fucked this shit up. And she's talking to my brother. She's like, so is he a douchebag? Like, I definitely don't want to date a douchebag. Like, I like people who are like self-obsessed, like have pictures of like, always look at their own pictures. I don't want to like date that kind of dude again. And then my brother's like, nah, he's kind of cool, man. He ain't too bad. You know, my brother's vouching for me and shit. And then, and then she comes into my room, and this is kind of where the shit happens, because she was kind of like on the fence, because, you know, she was kind of looking for someone to just have fun with, kind of like a douchebag or whatever, someone who's super confident and, you know, a player type dude. That's what she was looking for. She was just looking to have a good time, something casual, whatever. So I already messed up on the first date when I was telling her I wanted a relationship. So this was like the second date. Anyways, we're back at the crib, right? Like I said, my brother was making eggs. He was talking to her in the kitchen. And then he was vouching for me, and I was just in the room, you know, kind of stressing, like, damn, I fucked this shit up. And I think it was my birthday. It was like my birthday weekend, whatever. And I was like, damn, I messed this shit up, bro. Damn. I should have just called some girl over that I already smashed. Damn, I messed this up. Anyway, she comes into the room, and she sees, because I had photo shoot pictures of myself on the wall that was like my first room. So I had photo shoot pictures of me on the wall. So she comes in the room and she's like, why are there photo shoot pictures of you on the wall? And I was like, you know, I just like putting art on the wall. And then she's like, oh my God, what the heck? And then she like kind of started laughing. And then, you know, she was like, no way, you actually have pictures of you. And I'm just like, yeah, I do. And you're blessed to see them. You know, I started acting like a douchebag and shit like that. Long story short, you know what I'm saying, I stayed in frame, and, you know, we ended up smashing and shit like that. But that was the first part of the situation. Then after that, I started acting a little bit clingy again. And then she kind of backed off, and we never really linked up for a while. And then I just went full out on my purpose, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to act clingy again. And I'm just, I'm just doing my thing. Chicks hit me up, I'm dealing with different chicks, but I'm really focused on working, really focused on working out and building my business. I'm really focused on that. And then she hits me up, like, I think it was like, she hits me up like 2 months later, because I was always up late because I was working overnight. And she hit me up at like 3 a.m. or some shit, because she lived right around the corner. And she was like, hey, come see me. And, I was like, all right, bet. So I pulled up, right? And I was finally the person that she wanted me to be, because I had my goals in and shit. You feel me? I just pulled up and I'm like, what's good? And she's like, hey, we should. I was like, man, get the fuck in the room, yo. Go the fuck upstairs, right? So she goes upstairs, and I was like the aggressive dude that she wanted me to be the whole time. And then that kind of taught me, I was like, oh, okay, so that's who she was looking for. So that's who I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed to be in masculine frame. And being in your frame, easier said than done, right? Obviously, you don't want to be in your frame all the time. Like, if you're at church and you're praising, you don't want to be like, nah, bro. I praise in my head, bro. Like, obviously, you don't want to be like super, aggressive there. But like, a chick wants to be dominated like a lot of the time. So you can't be like kind of like a simp dude. Like, they're just not attracted to that. This isn't Disney Channel. Now, on Disney Channel, they are attracted to that, but in real life, they're not. They're just not. So yeah, that taught me that. And there's just a lot of different situations where chicks were attracted to me because, specifically in the gym, like, chicks were attracted to me because, first of all, I'm one of the only dudes that goes in the gym. Like, when you have a workout plan, you're one of the only dudes that go to the gym and you have a workout plan. So I go to the gym, I have a workout plan. One of the only dudes in there that does, and I'm like working out and like timing my rest between sets and working out and like hitting the sets, and then, focused on my workout. Like, girls are walking by with tights on and shorts, and they're walking around me and working out next to me, and I don't even look at them. And other girls are seeing that shit. They're like, yo, this nigga's not looking at them. What the fuck? I know that nigga got clout. Like, and he's not looking at these bitches. I know that nigga. I know he wants them. And I'm just ignoring them type shit. Like, I'm just focused on my workout. So that gets a lot of attention from chicks because I'm in frame, I'm focused, I'm doing what I need to do. I have that discipline, right? Chicks are attracted to that shit. But like, listen, fellas, you got to match your look. You can't look one way and act another. It's just not going to work. Because honestly, when it comes to specifically like looks, when chicks see you look a certain way, they expect a certain type of person. Like, if chicks see you got goals in and shit, you tatted and shit, and you go up to her and you're like, hello, Keisha, how art thou? Like, you talk like that, she's gonna be like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, that's how she's gonna be thinking. She'll be like, oh yeah, he's not the dude I thought he was. But if you pull up and she's like, hey, what's up? You're just like, what's good with you? Just chilling. It's gonna be a good scenario. Now, I have like 30 more stories about not matching looks, but like, obviously I can't tell 30 more stories, but I have like 30 more stories about that shit. But like, it's super important that you match your look and you stay in your masculine frame and you don't be needy. Like, one of the things that's gonna help you with that the most is honestly really like doing some inner work and really focusing on your purpose and really prioritizing yourself, but also learning to be alone. I'm gonna make another video about learning to be alone. But yeah, that's a video for today, fellas.